Soul Gang, what's going on? And I am back with another video. Today we are going to be going over Frost, the new character in MK11. Not necessarily a new character, but she's a returning character. Today is going to be a review 101 where I give you the most important key facts and information so that you know exactly what's going on. Let's just hop right into it. First of all, before we even get into Frost, we need to talk about the original timeline. Let's take a look at when Frost was first debuted, and that was Deadly Alliance. Deadly Alliance was a good game as far as certain roles were concerned. Now, let's actually talk about Frost's role and what she was. Frost was originally brought into the timeline as Sub-Zero's like student, or she was taking classes in a sense. You could pretty much say that Sub-Zero was teaching her, showing her the ropes of how to become a true Cryomancer. Now, one thing to say about Frost is she is very, very strong. Please do not underestimate Frost, because when she was in the Lin Kuei and taking classes under the Grandmaster of Kuai, henceforth Sub-Zero, she was the star student of everyone else. She stood out amongst everyone else. So this is why Sub-Zero felt as though it was time to, let somebody else lead the role as Grandmaster of the Lin Kuei. But little did Sub-Zero know, and later did he find out, that Frost is nothing more than a polar opposite of himself. She does want nothing more than power itself. She wants nothing to do with what the Grandmaster Sub-Zero, or aka Kuai Liang, has to offer for the clan. She's not necessarily going against her clan because she loves the Lin Kuei wholeheartedly, but she's definitely taking a different approach on it. Think of, for all of those out there that know Naruto, think of, Hiruzen and Danzo. They both loved the village, but they just had separate ideas on how to protect it. Frost is the same like Danzo. She loves the village so much, but her egotistical manner of wanting power and lusting that power is ultimately her downfall, which, if we take a look at Deadly Alliance, that was her downfall several times. One, Frost takes down Sub-Zero in order to obtain the Dragon Medallion. The Dragon Medallion, for those that do not know, is a medallion that enhances the powers of any Cryomancer. So, obviously, with this in the possession of Sub-Zero, his Cryomancing abilities were heightened. Frost, on the other hand, when she took this from Sub-Zero, in turn, she felt as though she could control it, but it was way too much power for the young Cryomancer. Henceforth, she was technically frozen to death by the Dragon Medallion itself. That is the original timeline, but since we are switching up things here ever since Mortal Kombat 10 came out, we now have to give the story of MKX. Now, she's only seen in Mortal Kombat X when you see the small chapter between Sub-Zero and Scorpion, when they're trying to do that peace treaty, and Sub-Zero finally lets Scorpion know, like, hey, listen, I figured out everything of why our rivalry is continuing on this way, and he tries to make a peace treaty, and therefore Frost intervenes, which then shows that she has no interest in what Sub-Zero really wants to do as far as the Lin Kuei clan is concerned. So again, she loves the Lin Kuei, she just doesn't want to go about Sub-Zero's movements and actions in order to take it that far. Now, like I said, she has a different approach on really running this Lin Kuei. Now, also, if you guys do remember, we have to take time to remember. Let's go back to Sub-Zero and let's go back to Mortal Kombat 9. Now, if you remember, there's a lot of things going on. Now, for example, let's talk about it. The original person who was supposed to become a cyborg when the whole cyber initiative was taking place, the whole operation was supposed to start with Smoke. But since Raiden got that message from his former self and his medallion was breaking, he felt as though, oh, I needed to change who gets cybernized. instead of Smoke, it actually became Sub-Zero because Raiden took Smoke and he saved him. Henceforth, making Sub-Zero become a cybernetic soldier. Now, with that being said, at the end of Mortal Kombat 9, no, I'm sorry, at the end of Mortal Kombat 10, we do start to really realize that it was Raiden who in fact saved Kuo Liang from the Cyber Initiative. He literally pulled Sub-Zero piece by piece in order to reassemble him in the flesh. Now, Sub-Zero, as you can tell, he has already stated that he felt every piece of it when it happened. So we do know that that is true. We know that that is canon. Now, with that being said, afterwards, Sub-Zero takes it upon himself to go and eliminate the Cyber Initiative and anything that had to do with the Cyber Initiative. Therefore, there's one piece of information that you guys do need to keep in the back of your head, and that is that Sub-Zero still has Sector's head, which in Sector's head is all of the data banks containing the small pieces of information and the big data banks of the Cyber Initiative and everything that had to do with it and how it began and how to start it back up or anything of that caliber. So when it comes down to it, if you guys looked in the trailer of the Mortal Kombat 11 trailer, when we actually took a look at Kronika, if you definitely tell the person that's right beside her in the hood, like the hooded figure, I'm sorry, I can't talk, the hooded figure that's there, that is Frost. If you look at her hand, you can definitely tell it's a cybernetic arm, which means that she must have taken the opportunity in order to try and become a Cyber Initiative warrior, which she does become one, because if you guys check out the trailer, which I will leave in the description for you guys below, you will see that her head does attach to her body and it can detach. So at that point in time, we know that she is a robot, a Cyber Initiative warrior. So with that being said, it's almost as if she's just trying to battle the Grandmaster. Now, there's two different titles here. Now, the video that I got it from, he makes it a point to pretty much say that she's the Grandmaster of the Lin Kuei. Yes, in a way, but if we break it down to each side, yes, Sub-Zero is the Grandmaster of the Lin Kuei as far as Cryomancing is concerned. When it comes down to the other side of the Lin Kuei, we do have to keep in the back of our mind that she is trying to start up the Cyber Initiative, which was originally created under Lin Kuei in order to try and protect the Lin Kuei. But now, ever since Sub-Zero stepped in, he has now modified all of that to protect not only the Lin Kuei, but Earthrealm itself. So it seems as though Frost is not really liking anything to do with that. So we see her side herself with Kronika. And why, would you guys ask? Come on. Frost's lust for power, Kronika being able to control the timeline, Kronika being able to, seemingly be stronger than that of Raiden and the Elder Gods. Come on. It's only like a bright idea to Frost. So, like I said, with this being said, this concludes everything about Frost and where she has been between 9 and 10. There has been some things that she cannot herself control, which is that lust for power. The more she continues to go after that lust for power, the more she decides to fall into her own pits and traps. And we will continue to see that so long as she still has that lust for power. Now, where that will go with Mortal Kombat 11 and how that will really tie in with the story and what Frost will be doing, you guys will have to play that for yourself, because I know that I will be. But other than that, if you guys love this little bit of information video on Frost, you already know what you need to do. Don't be afraid to hover and haunt that like button. Subscribe today to become part of the Soul Gang team. Nephilim, let's get it. Tap that notification bell to know each and every time that I upload. And guys, remember, to be good at the game, you gotta kill with skill. And until our next video.